Hello, people. Hello. How are we all doing? Welcome all back to the channel. It has been a while. I know. You can get on at me in the comments about it. It's been a while since I've streamed, over a month, closer to. But I could not have picked a better day to come back and stream, could I? I could not. And this, when Hassam gets here, he can tell you this was not planned. This has been in the works since 2 days ago, yesterday, something like that. We did not know this news was going to break today. But if you are for some reason living under a rock, if for some reason you are not on Twitter and you don't follow the Mr. Paul Joyce, you would not have seen that at 9 p.m. Paul Joyce revealed. Let me just pull up the tweet. Give me a minute. But we need to make sure that we nail this expertly. Where is it? Oh my God! Why do I not follow Paul Joyce? Why do I not follow Paul Joyce? Oh, this is I'm being embarrassed by my Twitter in front of the people. I'm being embarrassed. I must have retweeted it. I did. Yes. But we're here, people. We're here. So, at 9 p.m, Paul Joyce dropped what can only be described as a Paul Joyce bomber and stated that Xabi Alonso is now unlikely to feature on the final shortlist to replace Jurgen Klopp. You heard that right, people. Xabi Alonso is not going to be on the shortlist to replace Jurgen Klopp. The bookies' favourite is not on the shortlist to replace Jurgen Klopp. Now, if you know me, and most of you do, you'll know that Xabi Alonso wasn't the fella I was pushing for. He wasn't. I had someone else in mind. Everyone was going for Xabi, he gets what it means, this, that, blah, 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 blah. I understood that point, but that wasn't it. That wasn't the only point, people. I had someone else in mind. And if we go to Mr. Fabrizio Romano, he's revealed that Ruben Amorim remains one of the main names on Liverpool's list ahead of the summer for the new head coach. Now, if you're clocked on to stuff, you'll realize there were really two names in the running: Xabi Alonso and Ruben Amorim. Now, if Xabi Alonso is out of the race, that means this man, the man I have been fighting for, I have been honestly doing so much prop for, getting so much abuse for, he's now the favourites. And if you're asking me right now, right here, right now, I will tell you that man is going to be our next gaffer. Ruben Amorim will be the next manager of Liverpool. We could not have gotten anyone in the Ruben Amorim hive with me. Anyone who's been harping on this train that this man is not of race, he's a very fantastic manager to have. We have been vindicated tonight, people. We've been vindicated. This is it. It doesn't get better than this. It does not get better than this, people. Since last year, since 2023, I have been harping on about this man being the man to replace Jurgen Klopp. Harping on and on and on. And now it doesn't look it's never been more likely. Alonso out of the running. Ruben Amorim, favourite for the job. Ruben Amorim. I said about close to 2 months ago now. If Ruben Amorim interviews, Ruben Amorim gets the job. Now, I'm sure that our people are flying over to Portugal very soon, if not already, to have talks with Ruben Amorim. And all that will be then is just ticking away until the inevitable happens and Ruben Amorim becomes our next manager. But people, that's not all we're going to talk about today. This news has really sort of thrown off my plans for the stream. I had a lot of key topics to talk about. We're going to talk about the Robertson injury, the Trent news about why he keeps getting delayed, the fact that we just keep buying all these Bournemouth staff members. Is that the right move? Should we go for, higher ups? We're going to preview Brighton. I had all this in mind. I was even going to have an Alonso versus Amorim debate. But that's irrelevant now because I've won. I have won. I won. And the man who's going to get to share the screen with me in my victory lap today. My victory lap today is a man who deserves to share the screen with me. You've seen Hassam X Tom on This Is Football plenty of times. We're bringing it over here for a special one-off episode. Please welcome the man, the myth, the legend, Hassam, to the stream. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing?
You have caught me at the worst time possible right now. You get me? But we're here. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. I don't know why Tom is celebrating this badly, the fact that Alonso wants to be the Liverpool manager, but we're here anyway. Yeah, like and subscribe, you guys. Like and subscribe. We're going to get the same manager that got outclassed by Gasperini for Atlanta. So, yeah.
Yeah, and Klopp also outclassed by Gasperini a couple of years ago.
Look at you, shitting on Klopp to promote Amorim. Unbelievable.
I'm not shitting on Klopp. I'm saying Gasperini's a good manager.
Yeah, would you take him to Liverpool as well?
No, because he's ancient now. He's like an OEP. We get like 2 years out of him, then he has to go to one of the retirement homes in Liverpool. I want to mind you a bit longer term than that. But before we dive into it, people, like Hassam said, if you're new already, make sure you're hitting that like button, you're hitting that subscribe button, you are turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any more content. Big ups to Liam, Ben, outclassed by Gasperini. If this is the narrative we want to run with, just wait till we play them. We've got to play them next. I'm sure that'll be an eye-opener for a lot of us. But people, Hassam, first off, LB, I feel this is more directed at you, Hassam. This isn't about me. I've won.
I don't think Alonso rejected us. I don't think so.
I think he just wanted to stay at Leverkusen, to be fair. He's built a good thing there. If he can keep his players, why not go for the Champions League? It actually shows a little bit of loyalty, which I respect. I respect that from a manager. It doesn't look like he's just trying to jump ship at the first possible opportunity. But people, I was actually going to start this on the Robertson injury because obviously you would have seen that he got injured in the Northern Ireland game. But we can't start there now. We've got to start on this, Hassam. You were on Northside stream when this happened. What was your instant reaction to the news?
I thought they were just bullshitting in the comments because sometimes they are bullshitting. They start posting fake shit just to piss you off. But yeah, I don't know, man. Ever since they came out and they said Michael Edwards' main target is Ruben Amorim, and we're giving him that much power on Liverpool Football Club, it looked like, obviously the guy likes Amorim more than he likes Alonso, obviously. I don't know how to feel about this, to be honest with you, because your talent ID stinks worse than a shoe after a gym. Like, it's just so bad. Your talent ID is one of the worst.
My attack and talent ID, yes, but defensively and manager ID,
the same guy that wanted Mason Mount to come play for Liverpool Football Club. The streets do not forget. So I'm very doubtful of his talent ID. You get me? But look, I don't trust Tom Little, but I trust Michael Edwards. So if he thinks Amorim is gonna do a good job at Liverpool, which I hope he does. I hope I'm wrong. But yeah, obviously Alonso for me was the top target. Had he won the league at Leverkusen, that was the caveat, and I still hope he does win the league, obviously. And yeah, if Amorim fails and he stays at Leverkusen, maybe we could get him next year. Who knows?
First up, big ups, Captain Sal. I appreciate the support, mate. Tom, mate, I love you, but it's time to go, you fraud. It's not time to go. This is my victory lap. This is my piece de resistance. I have been harping on about this man from the dark days where I may or may not have suggested that Jurgen Klopp should leave the football club last season. Them dark days. But one thing was consistent. I was on about Ruben Amorim, and I'm going to get vindicated today. Also, LB, I think me and Hassam both agree if it's the Zerbi. We'll go watch another sports. I am all in on Amorim. I can't have the Zerbi.
Why are you putting up free comments? LB, send the super chat if you want Tom to respond to you. That's what I'm thinking. Exactly. So out here thinking, sitting in the free seat.
If it's the Zerbi, if it's the Zerbi, we're in trouble, aren't we?
If it's De Zerbi, I'm personally flying to Liverpool to punch you, because you have
Why me?
manifested this. Because you've manifested Alonso not joining Liverpool. I'm fighting you. And if it's De Zerbi, I'm gonna lose the plot. I have a strong dislike for that guy, honestly.
I do not want to see Roberto De Zerbi manage my football club. I cannot realistically get behind the man who's held 4 to Luton this season without reply. That is no. I don't want his little hipster. But you can see loads. You might have nice patterns, but you can see about 7 a game. No, I'm all right. I'll pass on that. I want a good structured manager who can win some stuff, and that's what Ruben Amorim is. To be honest, I'd take Nagelsmann over De Zerbi. I'd take Gary O'Neill over De Zerbi. I'd take a lot of managers over Roberto De Zerbi. If De Zerbi is someone that's on our shortlist, I will cry. That's not who we should be going for. What we need.
Unfortunately, if Xabi
is
Alonso
Amorim.
isn't on the shortlist, then realistically, De Zerbi will be on the shortlist. That's the unfortunate reality.
De Zerbi probably
Think
will,
about
but
logically, what's a shortlist? Like 5 names? De Zerbi is going to be on that list.
Yeah, but I think it comes down to the ranking. I don't see Amorim turning us down. I don't see Amorim turning us down. I don't see why he would. He's achieved everything he has to at sport, and he's won titles, he's won cups, he's done everything he wants to do. If
Amorim
it's not
won't turn us
him,
down because we're a step up. He's not going to turn us down.
we'd be like. I don't even think like there's much higher to go after us. Like he could be someone who stays with us for years if he's successful.
I
He
hope
could be
he
the
is
next
successful.
long-term manager.
100%.
But
And I hope Paul Joyce is wrong.
let's be real, Hassam. The Alonso stuff. How invested were you into it? How desperate were you for XABI to be our next manager?
I wanted it to happen for a different reason, and even Tom will vouch. I was never one of those people who are like, and even the people in the chat will vouch. I never wanted him because he's a former Liverpool player. That's never ever my logic. Because using that logic, I'd want Gerrard over both. It's not just you know, he used to play for Liverpool type thing. It's just following in the footsteps of Jurgen Klopp, breaking that Bayern monopoly dominance is something to look at and go like, whoa, like that is something that you absolutely, categorically, catastrophically have to just you know, have to respect. You know, the fact that a manager goes in to manage Bayer Leverkusen with 0 Bundesliga titles, ends up winning the league over there, is something that you have to just hold massively. So I'm a big fan of his football as well. The fact that he has his own style. I don't like managers that just like to copy Pep Guardiola, essentially. Just copy the homework, you get me? I don't like that. So he has his own style. He plays a separate style of football. He does his own stuff, you know, which I like. Obviously uses his fullbacks as well. So this is something that I thought would fit us properly. Now with Amorim, obviously, you know, there are warning signs there. You know, the fact that you get outclassed by Gasperini, get eliminated by Atalanta. If he bottles the Portuguese league this season, then that's another bad sign, you get me, of a bottle job, which I do not like. So it's the same energy for both. I want Alonso to finish the job against Bayern before you're fully like 100% behind it. And it's the same with Amorim. But look, Michael Edwards, you get me? He's the same guy that chose Salah and Mane over Götze and Brandt. So he might be onto something, you know. If he believes Amorim is the guy for Liverpool Football Club, then yeah, I have no problem with that, to be honest with you. I trust his judgment, not yours. I trust his judgment, even if you and him agree.
But we have the same judgment. We both said he's the best man for the job.
Did you have the same judgment when you wanted Mason Mount?
He wasn't in charge when Mason Mount was there, so who knows?
Exactly. He wouldn't have signed Mason Mount either. So yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just hope it's not. I'm just fearing the worst of the likes of like a De Zerbi or a Potter or some shit like that. I would just no, because Tom, our club is capable of this.
As long as I don't even suggest we go shop in Brighton. I don't want to go shop at the South Coast. I've had my time down there. I've bought players from there. I don't need managers.
What was the guy that used to manage Southampton? The Austrian guy?
Hassam.
Yeah, I'm
he
feeling the
used to be Leipzig manager at some point as well, and we know how much the club like the Red Bull thing.
Lord have mercy on my soul, honestly. We're capable of doing such dumb shit. Like, Amorim wouldn't even be that bad of a choice compared to some of the others, you know? So, That's the thing.
Amorim was always the second best option. I feel that people are always going to have the concerns about the Portuguese league and stuff, but I was able to look through that and look at the cold hard facts and the cold hard data, and he just to me was the best man. And I think he's probably the best man for the players that we've got as well in terms of the profiles and the ages, because Amorim's a brilliant youth developer. I could rattle off the list of players that he's had a hand in developing, and some of them are genuinely top quality. So when you consider the young talent that we've got, you want someone who's good with the youngsters and has
I'm
faith
just
in them.
uncomfortable with how
to
happy
judge.
you are. That's the thing.
You didn't want me to win. That's what it is. You didn't want me
No,
to
no,
win.
no, no. Forget Amorim. I'm very uncomfortable with how happy you are because both of them should have been on the short list.
Both of them should have been, and XABI Alonso would have been. That's my thing. The only reason he's not is because we don't think he's going to join. It's not like he's turned us down. It's just we've sat there and went, he's not going to join, so there's no point wasting time.
Tom. It's not Amorim. Forget Amorim. That's not the problem, Tom.
I'm on about Alonso there.
No, I'm talking about the other four on the short list, Tom.
Well, no, because you can think like Nagelsmann, he's not the best, but if he's on the short list, I don't mind it. I can take him being on the short list. If the Zerbi's like the footnote of the short list, I'll accept it. But I'm not panicking about a short list because Amorim shouldn't turn us down. I don't see a world where he does.
No, I agree with you. I don't think he should turn us down, but he does have a release clause of 70 million.
Yeah, and do you think Brighton are asking for something similar if we go to the Zerbi?
That is true, actually. That is true.
So money isn't money. The only one who money doesn't apply to is Nagelsmann because he's out of a job.
Guys, Tom Little, for the first time in his life, has the opportunity to actually be right about something. Because consistently for 2 years on YouTube straight, he's been wrong about like 95% of the shit that he's said. I hope this is one of the things that's in the 5%. You know what worries me? Tom Little wanted Klopp out last season for Thomas Tuchel. That is something that I
you twist them words.
The fact that you wanted Thomas Tuchel is scaring me. Because if you rate Thomas Tuchel, then I just don't trust your talent ID. I'll be honest.
I did not want Mr. TT. I did not want TT. I said if you
wanted there is literal clips of it. Everyone in the chat can vouch. Chat, did you not want Thomas Tuchel? Chat. We sent you to jail on this channel because you wanted Thomas Tuchel. Do not lie.
He wasn't my. I just said if you wanted someone who's maybe got a better record of winning, you go for him. For the short term thing.
We all remember in the chat. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Back me up here, chat. Everyone in the chat knows Ruben Amorim was my first choice. He was my guy. I've had way too long on Ruben Amorim to turn my back on him. And go Tuchel, no chance. But we're going to go through some super chats here. Big ups Vin. Tom pulled out the dark arts for this one, not going to lie. Oh, yeah. I've got like some Ouija board or something, have I?
Little bastard. He fully pulled out the dark arts. How do you manage to plan a stream 10 minutes after that fucking breaking news as well? And I told this fraud, don't start the stream without me. And now look.
Oh, it's perfect, Sam. It's absolutely perfect. Big ups to my guy Tucker. Amorim FC celebrating, but he best to succeed now. I have complete faith that Amorim does succeed. Give him a bit of time. But he will be the best man for the job.
Get him
I'm just asking for a year. Hassam. I need the year. Let him come in for a year.
Like, do you want him to finish 8th?
No. Top 4. Top 4 first year, and then back to challenging.
Basic level expectations, at least.
Yeah. I'm just not on about like don't expect them to come in and win the Premier League first season.
No. I'm not saying that, but at least I have a basic level of expectation.
Yeah. Top 4 first season, and then beyond that, it's about building to the Premier League and winning cups along the way and making sure that we remain successful.
To be successful, don't give a fuck who's manager as long as he's successful. Simple as.
Apart from the Zerbi, I'm not seeing his little gelled up mohawk on the touchline. Could you? He doesn't have the aura to be a Liverpool manager, does he? The Zerbi, it'd be like Roy Hodgson It'd be like Roy Hodgson again. Back when he was at Fulham and he was doing bits with the mid-table team. Now it's the Zerbi, but he's got a gelled up mohawk at the big age of 45. He's got receiving the hair on mohawk.
Van Dijk clips of how to defend like Lewis Dunk.
Oh mate, he sits down, Canate, Van Dijk, and Constant goes, "Listen, lads, Webster, Shane Duffy, Lewis Dunk, they were doing what I wanted them to do. I need you to go home, watch them, research, do that." Imagine him going to Nunes, Jota, Danny Welbeck. That's who I need you to be. Danny Welbeck.
I'm so glad we agree on Zerbi because that guy is just so overrated. Honestly, so overrated.
He's horrendous.
Brendan Rodgers is better manager.
He's just not. He's not the guy. Brendan Rodgers was just the Zerbi, but with a better hairline.
And he won an FA Cup with
And I
Leicester.
don't want.
Brighton, your turn. Oops,
Yeah,
they've been eliminated.
That was after we had him. I only count the Rodgers at Swansea.
No, I'm saying
it
right
was
now,
basically just the Zerbi with the better hairline.
I don't even think the Zerbi is like he's just Rodgers. He's not even better than Rodgers.
The Zerbi's got like a career win rate of 40%. Let's not even mess about here. Big up to my guy, Captain Sal's. Amorim better be good or I'm coming for you, Tom. Trust the process. Trust in.
And me as
next
well. Week in,
manager.
week out. I'm going to cook this guy. Let Amorim be a bad manager. I'm personally going to slap Tom. Honestly. I'll take a flight to Liverpool and just slap the shit out of him.
Right, big ups to selection. Thanks for the support, mate. The Zerbi, here we come, baby. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance.
Don't even manifest that, you fucking hipster selection.
No.
Selection wants to sell Salah.
I've used all my manifestation.
All our best players. I want to bring in Zerbi so we could just be 8th but play nice football. Fuck off, selection. We want to win.
Selection wants his 3-0 losses to relegation fodder. That's what he wants.
Did that guy even... Let me check this right now. Did that guy even win the fucking Ukrainian league with Shakhtar Donetsk?
To be honest, the only thing I know about the Zerbi with Shakhtar was he said Mudrik's got the potential to be the best player in the world.
He didn't even win. He didn't even win the league title with Shakhtar Donetsk, who's like the strongest team in Ukraine.
Yeah, but surely the Ukrainian league got stopped or something. The league must have got stopped or something. No way.
I'll tell you. He won the Ukrainian Super Cup. He won the Ukrainian Super Cup with Shakhtar Donetsk. He won the Coppa Italia Lega Pro with a club called Foggia. And he won the Romanian League with CFR Cluj.
The Romanian League. So everyone has been going on at me for saying Portuguese league titles and Portuguese cups. Yet one of the names people want has a Romanian League and a Ukrainian Super Cup. He's won the Ukrainian Charity Shield.
Breaking news.
What are we doing
Liverpool
here?
now look at Ruben Amorim and Roberto Di Zerbi. Shut up, Neil Pan. See? That's what I'm worried about. That's why I told you don't be too happy. See? Because I'm telling you right now, Tom.
It's not the Zerbi. It's not the Zerbi.
No. You're doing victory lap.
It's the Zerbi.
This movie might end not the way you want it and not the way I want it either. I'm just telling you right now, Tom. I'm just telling you right now. I'm very worried about Di Zerbi, you know? Very worried. Telling you right now, Tom.
That's worst case scenario.
End, no Amorim, no Alonso. That is where we're both fucked right here. So be careful. You're too happy for my liking right now.
We'd have to be doing like daily therapy streams during the transfer window just to try and get us through it.
Jerry James, G, Rax,
bring the whole crew in. Get the whole crew in again. People who've never been in therapy sessions before will extend it out to the public. Jeez, I can't have the Zerbi. I can't. It just can't. Roberto De Zerbi at Liverpool, no. Amorim, yes.
Let me go get my charger once.
100% Ruben Amorim. All for Amorim. But De Zerbi, nah, I'm all right. You know, I will pass on Roberto De Zerbi. Amorim, just trust in the process, people. Ruben Amorim is the guy. He's the one. I've been saying it for time. He's the one that you want. He's going to win the Premier League. He's going to win us the Premier League. Give me a minute, people.
So what, we're both gone? You're going to be unprofessional? I'm plugging my charger, brother. Hello, guys, and welcome to the This is Football Takeover. Oh, he's back. Hi, Tom.
I had to go onto the door.
To go plug my charger.
Lad, I swear, if Amorim is who...
Tom, I hate you. I honestly hate you.
You hate me.
Who's the fourth option, then? I'm so concerned now.
I'm trying to think.
Also, why do you keep saying Nagelsmann? He's in a Germany job.
No, but his contract's up at the end of the Euros, and he's leaving. That's the thing with Nagelsmann. His contract's up at the end of the Euros. Yes, Amorim was at the door. Just have to let him in. You know, show him around Liverpool tomorrow. Get him a clown tower to his new house. I'm trying to think who the fourth option would be. Because they'll pull out someone weird. Like that Nice manager. Remember that Nice manager who started dead good?
Who?
Farioli. I think he is the Nice manager. They won like
Thomas
20
Frank.
games to start the season and then haven't won since. But he'd be the name on the shortlist.
Thomas Frank as well.
Oh, they'd love Frank. They'd love Frank, wouldn't they?
I don't even know
They'd
what to say.
love Thomas Frank.
I do not even know what to say at this point. Honestly, this is just scary
Look,
hours.
Hassam, you've ruined my mood. I was happy about Ruben Amorim.
I'm just putting you back in reality because you're doing this whole Amorim stuff.
Let me
Paul
live in
Joyce
dreamland.
said and Zerbi. Okay, he did say that. Did I make that up, Tom? He said it.
He
bro.
said it, but everything else was implied that it was either Alonso or Amorim. The Zerbi isn't going to worm his way in. If he does, it's Richard Hughes. If he does, it's Richard Hughes, the man who bought Jordan I for 15 million. At that point, I'm Hughes out. If the Zerbi comes in, I'm Hughes out. I'm Edwards out. How have you got it wrong on your first big thing? I don't care what club you buy. You brought in the Zerbi. You brought in Robertson the Zerbi. You brought in the man who... Let's be honest. What he done at Brighton was overrated. Let's keep it real. Graham Potter had them 8th. The Zerbi took them to what? 8th? Oh, that's all he done. He just got knocked out of the Europa League embarrassingly by Roma, who sacked their manager a month ago. Like, this ain't a good gaffer. The man is Amorim. The best manager in Portuguese league history. That's what Amorim is. That is a stone cold fact.
Mourinho existed. Don't be afraid.
No, Hassam. By points per game, Amorim has the most. Above Mourinho. You know how mental that is? This is we ain't getting some little scrub who's not done anything. We're getting a man who won a trophy in 10 games in his career. In his first 10 games of management, won a trophy against Porto. Won a league in his first season. I guarantee you he wins the league again this season. He might well do a double this season. If he does the double, that's the second double in 4 years.
Benfica are on their ass right now.
Benfica have fallen off a cliff, mate. The thing is,
behind.
Yes, but what I will say is Sporting now don't have Europa League. Because they got knocked out by Gasperini, Sporting don't have Europa League, Benfica do. And Benfica should have a tough game.
The same energy for us when I said if we get knocked out of the Europa League, I'd celebrate. You were mad at me.
No, because we're good and Benfica aren't. Benfica are struggling with depth anyway. They've got injuries. This thing, I've been watching this Sporting team all season. I have a vested interest in the Portuguese league because of the players that we've been linked with and stuff.
We know you do.
Benfica are due a little fall off with injuries and fatigue and everything. Sporting can ride out this wave now and just keep winning games. Plus, what I will say, Hassam, remember how you were going on about it's a must-win game when we played City at home? Sporting played Benfica at home. So they can
afford the draw using your logic.
Yeah, they can afford the draw. They can do. Yeah.
Oh, honestly.
Big ups to Liam. Surely it's Amorim now. We can't be that done for Roberto De Zerbi. We can. We can. We best not be, but we can. And big ups to my guy Vin. If Southgate shows up on the shortlist, the one thing I can guarantee, FSG may not know a lot about football, but they do know a bit about the culture of Liverpool. There will never, ever, 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 ever be an ex-England manager as the Liverpool manager. Never. It doesn't happen. It will never happen. It's just not possible. Southgate is someone that is not even a consideration. Not even a consideration for me. But Hassam, we'll probably come back towards the end and touch on this Amorim stuff again. Let's get back to what my actual plan was. I sent you a full message with my actual plan. It's been thrown out the window because of Paul Joyce. Robertson.
Yes.
You saw he got injured against Northern Ireland. Haven't got full clarification, but apparently it's a good... It's the better side of it. It was a contact injury rather than weeks. It's going to be days. So he's most likely going to miss the Brighton game and the Sheffield United game. Will be back from Manchester United. Who should play in those 2 games while he's gone?
First of all, I wish Robertson a speedy recovery. Of course, I don't want any Liverpool player to get injured. But this is not one of the Liverpool players that if he gets injured, I'm gonna sit up here and cry like an Alisson or a Salah or a Trent or something. Like those are the type of players that actually would be worried if they got injured. So I hope Robertson has a speedy recovery, but I don't think we should be worried that Robertson's injured. The guy that could start, that should start, there's only one correct answer because Trent isn't fit yet, I assume, and the answer
No,
is
he's out for a while.
Tsimikas. Yeah, but he's just in training. Obviously, he's not going to throw him in. Kostas Tsimikas has been absolutely incredible every time he's played this season. He even locked up Phil Foden at the Etihad, which is no easy thing to do. For me, Tsimikas, going forward, listen, at the end of the day, we need a left back that offers us something going forward. That's just the ultimate reality. We need it. We cannot have a left back that offers us nothing going forward. So because we need that, I'm choosing Kostas Tsimikas over anyone. And I feel like from now moving forward, we need fullbacks who could affect the game going forward, which is why I am choosing Kostas Tsimikas. I think that guy is the most technically gifted left back we have, and probably best on both feet. Has the best crossing, as a left back as well at our club. So I'm taking Tsimikas all day, every day. I wish Robo a speedy recovery, but for me, this is just an opportunity for Tsimikas to step up as he has done before in previous parts as well, in many different seasons. He's done that before many times. And I hope this time from Jurgen Klopp, if Tsimikas does step up and does deliver and does play really well in a title run, and you need confident players. If he's playing really well for us, I hope he doesn't drop him again for Robertson just based on name and merit, So he has to be someone that delivers on the pitch consistently. So yeah, Robertson, speedy recovery, come back healthy and safe. But for me, Kostas Tsimikas is who I'm going with to start these games. 100%. No other option. No other option. We need these left backs going forward, specifically given the fact that Luis Diaz exists in this team and that left-hand side is dead 99% of the time. So, yeah.
I mean, I've seen you had a number of streams today talking about Diaz. I'm going to assume that not all of them were. I'm happy for Diaz. I hope he gets his move to Spain. I'm happy that his comments have come out like that. I assume it was he's talking a lot for a man with 6 goals.
Tom, I'll say something.
But oh, well.
What? Go on. No, you go on first.
What are you going to say? I mean, I was just going to say, yeah, for once, I agree. Tsimikas should be the one to get the nod. I think that even though I'm not his biggest fan, and I'm not, I think it's a well-known fact that I'm not his biggest fan. He's done very well this season when he's played. And I feel that if we're going to play Diaz, which is the most likely outcome, that I want to play Gakpo, but if we're going to play Diaz, which is the most likely outcome, we need someone who's actually going to cross the ball in for Núñez, because Diaz doesn't do that. Tsimikas has a good delivery when he wants it. So that's why. And then you free up Gomez to be covered either side. I feel if we start him, then we're a bit tied in terms of, well, he's going to have to play 90 because one of them's going to have to go off. At least now he can do 30 and we can try and save him a bit because he has played a lot of football this season. And we do know that Gomez is a little bit injury prone at times. So trying to protect him and trying to make sure he stays fit as and when possible is key. So I actually do agree that, especially against the Brighton, and then when you play Sheffield United, where you've got to get your goal difference up, you've got to beat them by a good amount to get your goal difference up. I need my attacking fullbacks on. That's where I've got to go for Kostas Tsimikas. So for once, I agree. Do you think that Robertson?
By the way, even defensively, he's improved massively from when he first walked in the door.
Yeah,
like when he first, I'm talking about Tsimikas just joined Liverpool as a football player. He wasn't that good defensively. Now he's so much better defensively. I'm no longer going like, oh my God, Tsimikas is playing. We're done defensively. I'm not scared. Like Kostas Tsimikas delivers on both sides of the field as well. So, yeah. So I really like Tsimikas for me. You know this already.
Do you think Robertson comes back into the team when he's fit?
If Tsimikas is performing, why should he? Why? The reason why Salah walks into the team as soon as he's back is because the others aren't performing. But if Tsimikas is performing, why should we just bring Robertson back? Why? Just because of his name? Like, I don't think that's a thing. I don't think we have to be honest about this. We have to be real honest. We cannot just keep doing things based on merit. We actually have to respect players on form, specifically in a title race, because you need it. Because you need it, bro.
Yeah, this is tight as well. This is a real tight title race as well. So we can't afford to have players who aren't performing at the level it's required. And I'm a big Robertson fan. I've defended them a lot, but this season there has been arguable signs of decline, and that is a worry. And obviously, you've got Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes in, and you're bringing a bunch of data guys from Bournemouth, and we've already got a very strong data team. I wouldn't be shocked if Robertson's one of the names that they're looking at and going, if you can get good money for him, we get him out the door, sort of thing. And I agree with you. Robertson, I don't think should come back into the team this season. I don't think he's performed at the level beyond the first 2 months of the season.
I don't think anyone can give me 3 good games for Robertson.
Wolves away was a good game.
No problem. Name the other 2. Good luck.
Wolves away. He scored, so it counts for 3. But no, the thing is, Sam, we know who our manager is. We know Jurgen Klopp, and as much as we love him, we know he has favourites. So as much as Tsimikas probably might deserve to keep a spot in the team, the moment Andy Robertson's back fit, what happens when we go away to United?
Listen, man. This I just don't think we're going to win the league, Tong. I'll be honest with you. I just don't think we're going to win the league. Just don't. Every time I look at that City running, it's so pathetic, honestly. It's so pathetic. People, we fooled ourselves. We lied to ourselves. We keep looking at the Liverpool running and the Arsenal running. Bro, the City running, they could deadass win 8 games with their bench. It's actually, the running is so easy. I'd rather have City's running than our running. They play 3 teams on the beach at the end of the season. Arsenal and Spurs are their only tough games. And other than that, it's literally teams.
Who they play at the end of the season?
Bro, West Ham, Fulham, and Wolves. 3 teams that are not fighting for anything significant.
Well, to be fair, I need to see the table again. West Ham are going to be battling for Europe. But then again, there's the potential they're still in the Europa League, so they might just not even go for that. Wolves, yes, I agree with them.
Had enough of you.
And Fulham. But just trust in Fulham, man. Just the thing is, the one thing I've always maintained, and you can back this, it's not the Premier League games that I feel are going to be the undoing in terms of that's where they go wrong. It'll be the Champions League games.
Why did I say then get knocked out of the Europa League and then you disagreed? You fucking fraud!
Because I still want us to win the Europa League, mate. I think we can still win the Europa League and the Premier League.
Yeah, Klopp can
because
walk to the sunset of the Europa League.
It's a different kettle of fish. Atalanta over 2 legs, even though they're a good side, than Real Madrid and then Arsenal back-to-back in a title race sort of thing. That is going to take a lot of the players, especially because I think me and you both want Arsenal to win. Or you might want to draw, but I want Arsenal to win on Sunday.
No, I don't want to draw. I want Arsenal to win. Bro, people need to
an Arsenal win does a lot of damage to City.
Tom, I have to say this. People need to stop caring about being top of the league on match day 30. Who gives a F? Who cares, genuinely? Deep down, do you want to be top of the league now or top of the league match day 38? Arsenal have never done Prem, UCL, Prem, UCL, Prem. They've never done that. They've never, ever done that. So I believe they will drop points at a point in time. City, they've been doing this for the last 6 years. Prem, UCL, Prem, UCL, Prem, UCL, Prem, UCL. I need City to lose. I don't care about being top of the league now. Couldn't care less. I want to be top of the league match day 38. So I need Arsenal to smash, to smash Man City. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be singing Arsenal songs this Sunday. Simple. And it's so no. We will be there, inshallah.
What's the other one? North London Forever. That one as well. I'll sing that pre-match and everything. I'll be fully into it.
Forever.
Whatever the weather.
These streets are old.
I mean, so if Arsenal beat City, I think City then go 4 points behind. That then puts a lot of pressure on City, especially with Champions League. And then you're hoping at that point it's Arsenal City in the semi-finals. And that's where Arsenal's undoing comes in. And then hopefully them two just amalgamations. So we don't need much. Either you want it in your hands by match week 29 with Arsenal dropping points, or you try and play the long game and gamble on Arsenal not being able to manage the Champions League and the Premier League at the same time.
Yeah, but that's a gamble I'm willing to take. I ain't willing to take the damn City gamble because I took that gamble 3 times and lost 2 of them.
You can't gamble on Man City. You cannot gamble on Man
Exactly,
City.
you cannot. Thank you very much. Which is why I'm not taking that gamble. It's precisely why I'm not taking that damn gamble because I've lost it many times. You know, I've seen that gamble. Bro, come on, man. Come on. That gamble is not worth it.
I've been burnt too many times by City to keep trying to trust it again. What's the saying? If you keep playing with fire, you're gonna get burnt. We've been burnt 3 times. Don't want to get burnt a 4th.
Yeah, exactly. To just not trying to do that. Just not trying to do that.
Big ups, my guy Andrew Wright. Waite is the sporting manager and attacking or defensive manager. He can be both. He likes to attack. His teams have a lot of attacking similarities to us, but with it being sporting, he's done a lot of pragmatic stuff at times as well. So when it comes to setting up deep, his teams are normally some of the best defensive in the league. So he's a very good all round manager. That's the thing. His teams are very good attacking and very good defensively, which is the 2 main aspects of football. One of the reasons I've been so big on him. There's not a real weakness in his tactics. Big ups, my guy Ryan. Tom, you've got what you pushed for. You better hope he works out at Liverpool. This could be the biggest L if he fails for you. He won't fail. He won't fail. I just
his biggest L is wanting Klopp out. Nothing is ever going to surpass that.
Nothing is ever going to beat that.
And his second biggest L is wanting Mason Mount at Liverpool.
Nothing's ever going to beat that, especially if the year after he goes and wins the league. I'm fucked. Exactly. And then big ups Ryan again. Both of you are taking L's. I mean, give me a minute, Hassam. I don't really.
Ryan, I'm not even going to say anything about 16-10. I was trying to defend you earlier on. I'm not even going to say
You've got higher ground than me, Hassam. You've got higher ground than me. Ryan can't talk about L's when this was introduced to me on the Back Again podcast. My first ever appearance on Back Again, and this was what was introduced to me, Ryan. This. And people haven't seen it.
Second appearance tomorrow, by the way. I don't know if Troops told you.
Yeah. I'm back on it again tomorrow at 9 p.m. People.
Few minutes later.
Let's start.
By the way, can I just say the 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Right, big up the panel. I told as for
you. Ryan, mate, you cannot ever go on about either me or Hassam taking L's when that happened. That's all I'll say on the matter. That's all I will say on the matter. Never talk about it again. We should take both competitions seriously, Hassam. Tom, how long for Amorim to win us the league? I'm not waiting 3 years. Again, it's very hard to predict how long it's going to take him to win the league because we don't know what the league's going to look like.
There are other decisions out of Amorim's hands as well. Let's say it as it is. Transfers, etc.
If Pep stays, if Pep decides to stay on, it becomes a lot tougher. Because Pep Guardiola is Pep Guardiola. If City keep investing, it becomes a lot tougher. If FSG decides to stop investing for whatever reason, like they invest much anyway now, but for whatever reason, he decides to cut the transfer fund or whatever, it becomes a lot tougher. In the current circumstances and with what I believe the club could do, I reckon it takes him 3 years. I reckon you have a year where he gets top 4 and consolidates and figures out everything. A second year where he focuses on winning other competitions, getting far in Europe and having a challenge, and the third year is where he gets over the line with it. That's what I think. It might take 4 with a little bit of luck or whatever, but I reckon within 3 to 4 he's got the first league title in the books. So, Hassam, we touched on Robertson, we touched on Alonso and Amorim. Now, I want to touch on Trent because today we got some news that he's eyeing up a return for the Brighton game, the game after Manchester United in the league. Now, the weird thing about this is his recovery date has just kept getting pushed further and further and further back. We were originally told he might make before the international break. Then we were being told it would be the first game after the international break. Then we were being told it was Manchester United. Now we're being told after Manchester United. What's going on there? Why can we just not nail down when he's going to be
Can
back?
you give us the quick injury update? Because I'm actually not on Twitter. I just genuinely need to know. Give us the rundown.
So, Liverpool injuries. Let's go use Premier Injuries, best website for the injuries. So, Joe Matip was back running today. Might feature for like the last game of the season off the bench as like a farewell thing. Alisson is eyeing up a return mid-April. The date exactly we don't know, but mid-April. Stefan Bajcetic was back in running training and individual training. Might feature before the end of the season. Trent Alexander-Arnold hoping to be back after the Manchester United game. Diogo Jota hoping to be back for the Manchester United game. Curtis Jones aiming for the Brighton game to play a part in that. Robertson, unknown, and Nunes and Gravenberch both ready for the game after sitting out the international break.
So who's back basically for Brighton, essentially, or could even be on the bench? Jones?
Jones.
No, you said two
Jones.
other names.
Well, Nunes and Gravenberch, because they picked up injuries against United, but because they didn't go, they're not going to have any that they can make the squad sort of thing. But it's out the ones who've been injured, it's Curtis Jones.
I'm really worried about the Alisson injury. I'm really worried about that one specifically because, Alisson is a player that's very important, very important. I know Kelleher's done really well lately and shit like that, but at the end of the day, Alisson Becker is Alisson Becker. That's a guy that we just need. We absolutely need to just be there for us, specifically in this run-in, because Alisson Becker even won us games when we needed him to do that. So that one worries me the most. Diogo Jota is the one that worries me the second most, because I've just had enough of Dumb and Number in the forward line that we have. I've honestly fully had enough, and I refuse to get involved. Tom knows this as well. I fully refuse to get involved into these mid-offs where people sit up here and tell me stuff like, oh my God, actually, this guy is better than this guy, and that guy is better than that guy. Listen, but they're both crap. I don't like either. You get me? And I'd sell both of them tomorrow. You know who they both are. There's no need for us to mention names. So, yeah, it's worrying signs. It's worrying signs in terms of injuries, because we really thought that after the international break they're going to be back and stuff. We absolutely need Diogo Jota. We 100% need him, and it's not just a want. It's a need. Like, we need that guy to be at Liverpool Football Club. And yeah, so I am worried about our injuries, but I hope the players prove me wrong. But there's just players that are at Liverpool Football Club that have a serious lack of faith in. Diaz and Gakpo being both of them. I'm not even gonna entertain the left wing conversation or wherever you want to play him. I just don't think they're good enough for Liverpool Football Club winning the league. Are they good enough for oh my God, we're in a top 4 race or whatever? Yeah, but to win the league, nah.
Yeah, I hear that. So on the Trent one, obviously, Bradley's done all right whilst Trent's not been available. You'd want Trent back. Why do we keep thinking this injury just keeps getting pushed further and further back, and we keep getting a later recovery time and stuff? Like, what's going on? What is our medical team just that bad at their job, or
every time there's an injury, we keep talking about our medical team? But I just don't know, man. Is it an actual concern, the fact that we got the Arsenal guy? I mean, you mentioned it earlier on this season.
Oh, he's Chris Morgan. I'll give everyone a rundown of Chris Morgan real quick. Chris Morgan was at our football club from 2012 to 2017. We had so many injury problems, and he couldn't keep Daniel Sturridge fit to save his life. Coutinho was getting little niggles. A lot of players were just struggling for fitness generally. He went and we brought in two fellas. Can't remember the names now, but when they arrived, the injury started to dry up. We were able to get players fit and running for long periods of time. Even players who in the past have been picking up 2 to 3 injuries a season, they were getting 1 at most. Chris Morgan then went off to Arsenal, and they had 3 seasons of what in their opinion is the genuinely worst injury crisis they've ever had. Every week there was a new injury. Every week someone was getting incorrectly treated and they were sent back and this, that, and the other. And then the doctors that we had left, and we brought Chris Morgan back. And his first season back, you'll never guess it, it was the 2020-2021 season when everyone got fucking injured. And beyond that point, the injuries have picked up more frequently. The likes of Fabinho couldn't stay fit. Henderson starts to get injured more often. Robertson, who was normally so fit and reliable, starts to pick up injuries more often. Now, is that just down to Chris Morgan? No, that'd be idiotic for me to say. But there's a trend, and I'd be lazy and I'd be stupid if I didn't consider the trend that wherever he goes, injuries start to spike. That's the concern.
That is true. This is just sad, man. We need all our players. If there is any hope for us in winning anything, this season, even with the Europa League fixtures, you need these experienced players. It's all good playing Conor Bradley and shit against Slavia Prague, but the next 2 clubs are not 2 clubs that are Slavia Prague level. You need better players. And the same thing in the Premier League running, you know, because Trent can win you a game with a cross, with a shot, with a pass. You know, what's his name?
There was a period of time this season from the City game where he scored till he got injured against Arsenal, where he was the best player in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was
Every game
incredible.
he was man of the match.
He was incredible. He had that goal as well against Fulham. He was fully cooking. Man, like
Do you remember
Trent,
that shot he had against Newcastle from that tight angle, which
and
nearly
I
went in?
told people he was better defensively than all these right backs. And now look, Trippier, Walker, all these guys are absolutely getting cooked every week. So yeah, listen.
I mean,
Alex
the
can win
winger
you a
that
game
everyone
with
was
a save.
praising
Jota
going into the
can win you a game with a
season,
goal. Like if we had Jota against Man City, we would have won that game.
oh yeah,
easily would have won that game.
Jota gets a hat trick.
Easily.
Jota gets a hat trick. Jota kills City, and Pep Guardiola's sitting there pulling out whatever hair he's got left, going, "Why can't we pick him up?" But on the Trent defending points, I've not seen an English right back do as good a job defensively as I did see Trent versus Mitoma this season. Mitoma
He
was
locked him up,
going
and
into the season.
and actually Gomez got cooked by Mitoma that game.
Yeah, we brought on the more defensively solid guy in Joe Gomez, and he was getting rings round. Trent was just brilliant in that game, and he was so good in the attack as well. I've not seen right backs do that this season. I watched Kyle Walker get rings round by Luis Diaz, and this was Diaz who throughout all the season we've been going, it's not the same Diaz. He's not dribbling the same. He's not beating his man the same. And Kyle Walker revitalised that man. He gave him all the confidence in the world. Trippier, don't ask Trippier fans about that period in December where he just was making mistakes game in, game out. Like Trent is the best
saw it
right
against
back
Man
there.
City at home, you know, getting done by Oscar Bob. Let's not even go there.
It was horrendous. Trent, the agenda against Trent is jealousy. They're jealous that we have Trent and they don't. That's what it is.
That is true because there is no player technically like him in the
every
entire
team wishes they had Trent.
who's English. Other than Foden, probably he's the only one who's technically as gifted.
I mean, City fans have ran it for ages, and then Kyle Walker comes out and says no one passes the ball like Trent. The man's played with KDB for however many years, but he's come out and said no one passes the ball as well as Trent. No one's as good as Trent in terms of that stuff. What more can I say? Like, people need to put respect on Trent's name. He's incredible. But
yeah, 100%.
Before we move on to the Brighton stuff, but just want to touch on something real quick. Obviously, we brought in Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards, and apparently we're looking to bring in Bournemouth's chief scout, Bournemouth's head of analytics, and another Bournemouth guy, maybe loan manager guy, I think. Why are we recruiting everyone from Bournemouth? And should we be going for people from more successful, bigger clubs, you know, like a Benfica or an Ajax, clubs who have more pedigree in that area?
Toka, the anime fraud. Because Toka suffers from premature ejaculation. These are the same exact guys that sat here as soon as they heard the Michael Edwards news and they're like, FSG in. This is a W for FSG. I told people, relax. They need to make a series of correct decisions in a row before we start saying that dumb shit right there. And this is the type of shit that worries me. I'm going to say it as it is. This is the type of stuff that really scares me. You have to make the right decisions. We saw it with Chelsea, with Brighton. It does not work. It does not work. So I hope this time it's different. And I hope they upgrade themselves. And I hope, you know, they start making the smarter decisions or whatever the hell. But I just don't know. I just don't know how, you know, having seen the Brighton-Chelsea thing, how this thing is supposed to work. Brighton to Chelsea is an even smaller climb than Bournemouth to Liverpool. That's a massive climb right there. So let's not forget Bournemouth were literally in the in League Two like 10 years ago.
They were in the Championship 2 years ago.
Yeah, 100%. So it's just not something that fills me with so much confidence, you know. And as you said,
it's a big gamble. It's a big gamble.
He's paid. He's paid 50 million for IB. He's paid for Solanke. He's paid for some of these players a lot of money, bro. And even the Solanke thing, by the way, he only paid
pretty good.
Like 5 years later, 4 years later. So
yeah, Solanke really kicked on in the Championship, but they bought him when they were a Prem team, and they really needed him to become something in the Premier League sort of thing.
And he didn't, factually.
Look, there's an element of, look, I have faith in Michael Edwards. I know that he's a man with a good track record. He has my faith there, but I have concerns. I thought that we'd be going for people from the likes of Benfica, from the likes of Porto, from the likes of Ajax, not like Barca or Real Madrid. We're not going to pull them. They'll be happy where they are. But from these outer European clubs with a very good track record, but ready for that next step up, I thought that was where we were going to shop at. So look, it's a gamble, and recently they've been doing better, but there are still the duds. Like for every Milos Kerkez, who's been a very good left back this season, there's your Tyler Adams, who they spent 25 million on, not got a game out of yet. It's just the American Romeo Lavia. Like there are concerns to be had there, and I feel that anyone who's just dismissing that is being a little bit disingenuous. Obviously, they're going to have faith and they're going to have time and they're going to have trust, but there's a right to be.
No, they're not going to have trust. I disagree. Trust is earned.
Yes. Okay. Yes. But they're going to be
They
given
have
a
to earn our
chance.
trust.
They're going
Because
to be given the chance
what
to win
if
it.
they come in and their first signing is Kluivert from Bournemouth? Then what are you going to do? Is it still trust? No, I'm being serious.
Yeah. At that point, it's
Trust is earned. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. They'll be given the chance to earn that trust. It's not going to be like straight away. No,
I agree.
They're going to get the opportunity, but they need to get it right because it's a big gamble. It is a big gamble. But people, there's 174 of you in here, and if I just double check this, have we hit 100 likes yet? Have we hit 100 likes? We are on 102 likes. Can we get that up to 115 likes before the end of the stream, people? We are going to do these last set of super chats. Then we're going to preview Brighton, and then we're going to call it there. And we're going to go and redirect to Staffy, who is live with Lee Gunn and doing a bit of a title talk thing. I've seen Lee Gunn everywhere today. You've been on a stream with him just before with Northside, haven't you?
He's live with me. And
he was live with you. Sorry.
And Northside, and yeah. Make sure you redirect him to the right video. Don't redirect to yesterday's stream that one already finished.
I'm onto it, don't worry. I had to Google it earlier, but I'm onto it. Big ups to my guy Tucker. He says 18 months and we can demand silverware. IMO, it's fair. 18 months or 2 years, yes.
You just read, in my opinion, as IMO.
Yeah. That's what it is. I'm not backing it. I'm not saying it's my thing. I'm just gonna go, yeah, that's what he's saying.
No. You read, in my opinion, IMO. That's what you said.
That's what it is.
No, you should say, in my opinion, not IMO.
No, he's written it down as IMO, so I'm going to read it as IMO. Look at this, man. Big as my Andrew, right? He says, Hassam, you flip-flop. You said 2 weeks ago, we can't have Arsenal win. Now you're saying we need Arsenal to win. You told me. 2 weeks ago, were you saying Arsenal can't win?
I changed my opinion because the last 10 City games, you have an argument. If you say Arsenal's momentum will be strong, you have an argument. However, if Arsenal do win the last 10 Premier League games, then they would set a Premier League record of 19 wins in a row. Do I think that's going to happen? No. And I think Arsenal are more likely to drop points in the last 10 games than Manchester City are. So, yeah, Manchester City, 8 games, they can win with their bench. So I kind of changed my logic on that one.
That's fair enough. Big ups, Mr. 16 out of 10, who says we are about to let Arteta dominate the league. Once Pep goes, it's over. Be honest, Tom, Amorim ain't better than Arteta. 1 Portuguese title in 4 years. To that, Ryan, I simply direct you to the Europa League round of 16 tie last year, where Sporting played Arsenal. I ask you who won. Thank you. And finally, big up to my guy, Donny LFC. Thank you for the support, mate. He says, Amorim comes and plays this 3 centre-backs crap. This will go bad quick. I prefer Nagelsmann. He turned Germany around. 3 centre-backs, I don't think. I mean, let's be honest with Sam.
Why is 3 centre-backs a bad thing, though? I don't get that.
Every team builds up with 3 centre-backs. It's just Amorim starts.
No, forget even all that hipster talk that you're about to embargo on. Why is 3 centre-backs a bad thing if it works? Who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
Pep
it's not like Amorim's defensive.
Pep plays with 4 centre-backs. 4. Not 3, 4. Add 1 more as well. He plays with 4 centre-backs.
If he could play with 5, he'd play with 5. That's what
he literally
I don't see why it's a bad thing.
In the Champions League final. Stones.
Also, Hassam, let's bear in mind, everyone was sitting there going, oh, Xabi Alonso. Remind me, Hassam, how many centre-backs has Xabi Alonso played with?
3.
So when Amorim does it, it's a crime. When Alonso does it, it's beautiful football. I don't get it, people. If you don't want Amorim, you don't want Amorim. That's fine. But Let's be fair and reasonable with our judgments. But Hassam, after a horrendously bad and pointless international break, the Premier League is back for the final 10 games. And we start off with a home
God.
game against Mr. Gelhead, Roberto De Zerbi, Brighton, who we have not actually beat yet, whilst De Zerbi's
Put
been
up
in
Lewis's
charge.
comment right now.
Yeah.
I'm taking Mauricio Pochettino over De Zerbi all day, every day. Fuck De Zerbi. How about that? Why do you think that's a crazy take? Do you really think I want that hipster managing my football club? I would
do you know
rather
what-
Pochettino. You know why? Because I've seen what Poch has done with Spurs. I've seen it. Guy can build. Guy can have an attacking team. He plays 4-2-3-1, and his teams create a fuck ton of chances. That's the reality. So if we have clinical forwards, we put away these chances. Remember, we don't employ Nicholas Jackson. Remember, we don't employ Raheem Sterling. Remember, we don't employ any of your shit forwards. So yeah. Now
I'll be
we
real.
can go back to the Brighton game.
I don't
We're
think
beating
Pochettino's that
Brighton.
good.
We were beating
I don't think
Brighton.
Pochettino's that good, but I would sooner have him over De Zerbi. That's how much I hate De Zerbi.
See,
That's
both
how
of
much
us
I
are
hate him.
agreeing. Hold that, Lewis. You
Bear
thought you
in
were
mind,
edgy.
Pochettino's like bottom barrel. I don't think he's very good, but he's better than De Zerbi. Like, if you used to put
Yeah.
guns to my head, I have to have one. I'm taking Poch. That's
Same.
how little I rate De Zerbi. But Hassam,
Same.
Brighton, home.
Yes.
A chance to go top of the league before the big game between Arsenal and Man City. How do you see it going? What would your team be?
You know what? I'm confident. It's usually a good sign. I actually fully believe we're gonna beat Brighton. I'm genuinely dead ass not worried about Brighton. I'll be honest with you. That's not a team.
We
I'm worried
haven't
about.
beat them while De Zerbi's been in charge. Like,
I don't give a fuck. We have beat them once actually. Thank you very much. 1-8. It's about to be 2-9 this Sunday. Yeah,
when did we
beat them.
when?
We beat them once. I checked the record. That's 1-8. So we're about to go 2-9 this Sunday. I'm that's not a game I'm worried about. I'll be honest with you.
We haven't beaten them.
Yes, we have. Go check as I'm speaking.
I can rattle off the games right now. It was
Bro, just check it on the transfer market, bro. Just check it.
I mean, whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to rattle off the games I remember. It was 3-3 in his first game at Anfield when fucking Trossard got the hat trick. Then
No,
we
that
lost.
was last season. That wasn't his first.
That was his first game, though. That was his first game. as
Did he
manager.
come in mid-season after Potter
Yes,
was?
Yes, he came in mid-season last season.
Yeah, and we beat them away from home that year.
No, we didn't. We lost 3-0.
No,
2-0.
that's the year after. I'm talking about the year before. Quadruple charge season.
No, the year before was Potter.
Your math is not
Potter was-
mathing, by the way.
No, I'm. De Zerbi's not been in charge for that long.
Bro, check it as I'm speaking. Listen, I'm saying right now,
See?
De Zerbi, listen, whatever it is, this Sunday we are beating Brighton. We are beating Brighton this Sunday. I'm confident. I'm not worried about the Brighton Football Club. Mo Salah's back. You get me? Mo Salah's back.
No, I was right. I was right. We didn't play him that. It was still Potter the year before. De Zerbi's first game in management was against, not in management, but as manager of Brighton, was against us last season at home when they drew 3-3. Then they beat us in the league 3-0 when Danny Welbeck scored his first goal this season.
We beat them in the
Back
FA
over
Cup.
Bournemouth.
No, that was the game.
No, because then we lost 2-1 when that was your famous Ice Spice and Bambi on Ice.
Okay, never mind. Point is, we're gonna get our win against Brighton this Sunday. Doesn't matter. Point is, we will beat Brighton. I'm confident. Yes, they're a bit of our bogey team or whatever, but I just don't think that scares me enough, to be honest with you. Like, big up to Brighton and shit, but that's just not a club I'm worried about currently as things stand. I think we will beat them. I think we will get the 3 points. And I just hope my forward line delivers. That's generally the only thing that worries me, the forward line, because they've been the main reason why we've dropped points this season. So, yeah, I think we're going to beat Brighton, and I'm confident.
What would be your team then? So, obviously, you've got your concerns about the forward line. What would be your team as a whole for the Brighton game?
What will my team be? That's a great question. My team will be... I'm so used to saying Alisson. Oh, Lord. Kelleher. Bradley. Is Konate back?
No, Konate wasn't in training today, so I'm going to assume he's not back. Although he played for France, he played like 90 minutes for France, so he's played for France and not able to play for us, which is a bit fucking weird.
No, I think he should be back for us then.
But the thing is, he wasn't in training today. That's the only thing that's in my head. Maybe he's back, maybe not. If he is, it'll be
Yeah, but he's
Canate.
back in train tomorrow because he had a France game. Anyway, I'll go Konate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas. So I'm going Bradley right back, Tsimikas left back. Midfield 3 chooses itself. Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones comes off the bench. I'm not starting him directly. We need to be careful with his injuries.
Yep.
On the right, Salah. Fucking hell, man.
Which one? Diaz or Gakpo?
I hate this so much. I hate this so much.
Or it could be a thing where Darwin plays on the left and Gakpo up front.
Yeah, I'd probably go with that. Gakpo down the middle and Nunes on the left.
And
You
Diaz
know,
on the bench.
Yeah, I've just fully had enough of Diaz right now. Me and him are on. And I've had enough of Gakpo as well. But I'd just rather go Gakpo down the middle because he has a good shot on him or whatever. So, yeah.
At least Gakpo's dad isn't flirting with Real Madrid when his lad's never going to get a move there.
The guy acts like his level is Real Madrid. Bro, you're lucky to be playing for Liverpool to begin with. Like, you're lucky to be at this institution to begin with, bro. Stop trying to act like your son belongs alongside the Ronaldinho Gauchos of the world, bro.
Could you imagine Luis Diaz? Could you imagine his pitch to Real Madrid?
Had I played for Liverpool Football Club, I would score more than 6 goals the way we play football.
Could you imagine his pitch to Real Madrid? I know you've got Vinny. I know you're about to sign Mbappe. I know you've got Rodrigo. I know Bellingham does a job up front for you. But how about me? How about me?
Yeah.
Like I've said, the only one I could see him potentially get the move to is Atletico Madrid, and that'll be him doing left wing back shifts. Like I think he's a good dribbler, but the end product is a real concern. For me, I actually agree.
Diaz's dad, Tiamo Papa, I hope you're safe, but just never put the microphone in front of his mouth ever again.
I'm enjoying the regular Papa Diaz videos that I get of him running on treadmills and partying in the stands and stuff. Got all the love for him as a fella, just less someone that constantly trying to push his son out the football club when he's not even performing that well for us. For me, I actually agree for the most part. I go Kelleher, Bradley, Canate, if he's fit, if not Quansah, then Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Endo, Szoboszlai, McAllister.
We need an offensive lineup, Tom. That's why me and you both went to the same back four. We need offensive. All this, let's go with Gomez to be safe crap, which I know Klopp will do. But yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, I think Gomez works better when Trent's in. So then you can form that back three and build up and give Trent all of license to get into the midfield. I'd personally go Gakpo on the left, Salah on the right, Nunes in the middle. But I would also quite like to see Elliott. I want Elliott to fit in somewhere because I think he's been very good recently. And even in the international break, he was cooking. But people, that is Tom Little XABI that was thrown massively off course by the breaking news that Xabi Alonso is not in the running for the Liverpool manager. Instead, it is my gaffer, my man, in the hot seat.
Getting angry and angrier now. You know, I was supposed to do a preview at 11 p.m. I've changed it to just... I'm actually going to rant about this. Fully going to rant about this now.
I mean, just... If you're going to rant about the Zerbi. Give my guy Amorim a little bit of support.
I'm not ranting about Amorim. Relax. Don't worry.
Thank you. Before we go, the big ups my guy, Mr. 16 out of 10, Ryan. I hope Bayern win the league now. I can't lie. It's Amorim better than Tuchel. I'd take Tuchel over most managers. Tom, what is Amorim like against low blocks? Considering his team averaged 3 goals a game, Amorim is fine against low blocks.
Thomas Tuchel is not winning the Bundesliga with fucking Bayern Munich, Ryan.
And not only that, Hassam, he's not winning it after breaking the transfer record. He broke the transfer record in the summer for Harry Kane. He's not going to win it. It's peak. But people, that is that.
And then he brought up the one manager that struggles against low block consistently as well.
Fuck's sake, Hassam.
My God.
Do I need to play the clip again? Do I need to play the clip again and put him in his place?
No. That's even worse than watching Thomas Tuchel. That's even worse than Tuchel.
But people, we're going to call it there. First stream back in over a month. Can you believe it? I couldn't have picked a better day for it. At all. We are now going to redirect.
Fraud.
Or a better partner, 100%. But that's acknowledged by the community now. Hassam Tom is the go-to Liverpool partnership. It is the Sturridge and Suarez, me being Suarez. It is the Salah and Mane, me being Salah. It is the
How
Gerrard
are you
and Torres,
Suarez
me
when
being
I'm the one
Gerrard.
who's doing streams consistently and you're the one who's doing one stream a month? That's Sturridge by definition, you fraud. Exactly.
I
I
but
got you
people,
there.
you did. You know what? You know what? You got me. I can't even argue. That's a good one. But people, we are going to be redirecting over to Staffy. Sam is going to be there. Staffy is going to be there. Lee Gunner's going to be there. Get in the chat. Let people know where you're coming from. We're going to love your sleeves. I'm going to be a little bit more consistent with this now, people. I'm aiming for 2 to 3 to 4 streams a week. There's definitely not going to be months without one. I've now got a plan in mind, and there's going to be more people on, not just Hassam coming on every 3 months. I'm going to be trying to get more people on. So, thank you all for your support. Amorim in a bit, everyone. In a bit to raw people.